there's a sound to set you reminiscing. The last commercial steam passenger train made its last journey between Liverpool and Carlisle back in August 1968. Maybe you were on it, but you don't have to be of a certain age to appreciate the magic of steam. Seems old-style locomotives are more popular than ever. In fact, last weekend, more than 400 passengers packed onto the Royal Scot steam train for a trip from Carlisle to York. And according to the team who run the Settle to Carlisle line, the demand for chartering steam trains is on the rise. Well, John Moorhouse is Deputy Chairman of the Settle to Carlisle Railway Development Company and joins me now. John, they are noisy, they're smelly, they can't be good for the environment, yet it seems like people absolutely love steam trains. Why?
Well, there's a great nostalgia, isn't there, for steam. It's incredibly attractive to people if they wanted to take a trip on a train. I don't know how you explain it. I think it's like a bygone era in a way, isn't it? And the rolling stock, the coaches match that as well, and it's really a step back in time. But there's something about steam. There's an allure of steam which nothing else gives. And you say, yeah, okay, environmentally, but it's only a very small fraction, very, very few, relatively speaking, very, very few steam trains run in this country. So I don't think they contribute in a massive amount to degrading the environment, shall we say. But yeah, it really is a magic for people, and they really appreciate it, and they really have an incredibly good time, as they did on our train last Saturday that you just mentioned.
Yeah, and tell us about this trip from Carlisle to York. How did you manage to fit 400 passengers on board, and who were they?
Well, they were passengers from... I mean, the unique thing that we do that other steam operators don't do is we can offer this steam train from Carlisle and the North Cumbria area, the West Cumbria, Carlisle area, Appleby, down the Settle to Carlisle line, which of course is a picturesque line in its own right anyway. And we can offer that. And you get a lot of steam charter trains finishing their journey at Carlisle. But I think we are unique, certainly at present, in that we're the only people who run steam trains which start from Carlisle, so it gives a massive opportunity to people in the area to have a great ride on a steam train. And of course we combined it last Saturday with the York Christmas markets just opening, so we had we called it the Santa Special. We had Father Christmas on the train, we had elves, all the trimmings, presents for the children. It really went down a bomb. Everybody really enjoyed it.
So apart from this trip, you're having to think about putting on more charter trips?
I think there's certainly, we've run about 3 already, and well, we're not a big operator, and we obviously a rather small time compared with some of the others, but yeah, we would like to. We would like to. A lot depends on whether we can get hold of the rolling stock. We work with a company called West Coast Railways, who are very good, but there's demand from the bigger operators as well. But we do our best, and we're hoping to run more trips next year, possibly next May. We've got in mind running to Chester, which is a very popular destination, again using the same route down the Settle Carlisle line for people. So we're offering that service to the communities as well on the line. Obviously we can't stop at every station, that will be impossible, but where we do stop, we get giving the opportunity to local people, the communities, to have that experience.
And is it expensive to run and maintain a steam train?
The short answer is yes, because it is expensive. It's expensive to hire the train because of all the costs involved. There's a lot of work has to go into it. You've got all the train crews to take into account. Steam engines themselves are expensive to keep operating. So yeah, it's not cheap. I accept that, and we can't make a loss on it. We have to cover our costs, so the fares are not exactly cheap, but they are in line with what other charter companies offer. So we're not out of line with that. But it's not a cheap thing. But it's surprising how people, for a special occasion, it's a great way to celebrate. If it's a birthday or a wedding anniversary, whatever, it's a great way to celebrate, and people will certainly come to us and travel and have a great day out, basically.
I mean, it seems like a lot of the things from the 60s are coming back. So, like I said before, the last commercial steam train with passengers on was 1968. We've got the Rolling Stones who've had a resurgence. The Beatles have brought a song out. Do you know what I mean? But here we are, still using steam trains. Do you think we could still be travelling by steam in another 50 years' time, perhaps?
Well, who's to say that? I know. I mean, I sometimes find it quite remarkable that with the number of steam trains that are running today, when you, as you say, when you're going back all the way to the 60s and they're still running steam, it's amazing. But how long it's going to keep going? Well, your guess is as good as mine. These trains are getting older all the time. Obviously, they need a lot more maintenance, all this kind of thing. So. Also, the railway network itself is getting more full of trains, so it's not easy to slot these trains in because they tend to be slower than modern trains, obviously. So it's not an easy task, but let's hope we can keep them running for as long as we can, basically.
Okay, thank you very much for coming on and chatting this afternoon. That's John Moorhouse from the Settle to Carlisle Railway Development Company. Right.